Hello everyone, welcome back to day 14 of Python for Beginners tutorial. In this episode, you're going to learn about Numpy arrays in Python. Today, I'm going to explore the difference between Numpy arrays and lists, and I will also show you how to create arrays, accessing array elements, modifying and deleting array elements. An array is a collection of items stored at contiguous memory locations. It is a basic data structure in many programming languages, including Python. Arrays are used to store a collection of data items of the same data type. Each item in an array is accessed using an index like list. In Python, there are two built-in data structures that can be used to store arrays, lists and NumPy arrays. Lists are more versatile and can able to store multiple types of data, such as strings, integers, floats, boolean in a single variable, while NumPy arrays are more efficient for storing numerical data only. To create list in Python, we use square brackets, for example, my list, and we separate the elements inside the square brackets using comma. For example, here is a list of elements, but the list can store different kinds of data in a single variable. But NumPy arrays could store only numerical data. It cannot store heterogeneous data like list. To create a NumPy array in Python, we use the NumPy module and the array function from NumPy module. We first import the NumPy module, and we're going to use the array functions from NumPy to create the array. You can use the alias to shorten the name of the module, and instead of using the module name as it is. Now let's create my first array. For example, my array, and I use np.array function to create a new array in Python using NumPy. Inside this function, I pass the list of array elements in a square bracket as an argument. For example, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 60. These are the elements. The only difference from list in Python is that array only stores numerical data, but list can store heterogeneous data, such as strings, boolean, integer, float in a single variable. That is the only difference between array and list. Okay, so to define a new array, this is the way how you can define new array elements in Python. The next step is how to access elements of an array. Elements of an array are accessed using their index elements, like list. So the first element in the array is index 0, and the last element in the array is index -1. So the index of an element is positioned in the array. The first element has an index of 0, and the second element has an index of 1, and so on. For example, to access an element of a NumPy array, you use square brackets and the element is index. For example, let's access the first element in the array at index 0 is, I can pass my array name square bracket and deliver the position of the element in the array. For example, I want to access the first element in the array, which is found at position 0. Okay, so array at index 0 is 10. So 10 is found at position 0 or index 0. If you want to access, for example, the third element or the element which is found at position 2, so which is 30, first element, second element, and third element, which is found at position 2. So this is the way how you can access array elements using index of the array. We can also print all array elements using log. For example, for every element in the array, you can print each element iteratively using for log. Yeah, this is what called the array elements. Okay, we can also determine how many number of elements we have in the array. So we can use the len function you already know in list. So it works for arrays as well. Number of elements array, len, and pass the array object name. That is 5. We have 5 array elements in this array object. Okay, we can also determine the type of this data using type. So that is numpy nd array. Nd means n-dimensional array. So array actually supports multi-dimensional arrays. This is called a single dimensional array we are working right now. So you can study further about numerical data manipulations and analysis. So you can work the matrices, multiple dimensional arrays like rows and columns of the array. The next step I'm gonna show you is how to modify elements of an array. You can modify the elements of an array. For example, if I wanna modify the element at position 2, which is 30, by another element, I can use the array name with the square bracket, and I pass the position of that the array and assign the value to that position. For example, 70. Then after modify the value at position 2 is changed. Initially it was 30, now it is modified to 70. So this is the way how you could modify the array elements. So this is the basic array manipulation in Python. So you can further study about Numpy array, especially numerical data manipulations. Every mathematical operation can be done using Numpy. Numpy is a powerful Python library that used to manipulate numerical data as well. It is very, very powerful, especially if you want to be a data analyst. So you can learn more about Numpy. This is just introduction to Numpy arrays, how to create Numpy array, how to modify, how to access Numpy arrays. So I hope you enjoyed this short video tutorials about Numpy arrays in Python. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Write comments below. Thanks for watching today.